The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
Wow. We started the podcast. That's step one. I feel really accomplished. Step two, telling you what the podcast is about. It's on the internet. It's got comedy in it. It's about the internet, kind of meta in that sense.
Huh.
Really makes you think. Hence the name. .com, I think, is sort of the play there. But a lot of people say our name sounds dated. What do you think about that, Matt? I'm putting you on the spot. You an interview, a hot lamp just went on you. I just put the mic in your face. Flashbulbs are flashing. Do you think ReviewParty.com is dated?
No. I think your mom's dated. What?
Whoa! I think your mom's dated men and or women, depending on her preferences. We look at internet reviews from places like Amazon, Google, reviews, Target.com, Kohl's.com. You know the places. RateYourMusic.com. Sometimes that place is kind of spicy. Wow. Do you have a review to cook us up here, man?
I got a little triplet served to us from friend of the show, listener Jacob Keyhouse, the Keyhouse. He sent in a Google review for his place of employment, as I'm allegedly led to believe. This is Aqua Bounty Technologies. I don't know. When I Googled it first, it seemed to be just a ethereal place, but this Google review is cited in Boston, Mass. So, Aqua Bounty Technologies. I'm just going to read down the list here. Here's a review from Steven Briesmeister. Steven writes, "If you want to raise genetically modified fish, I highly recommend to eat it yourselves and keep off the market because it's poison. 1 star.
Okay. I still don't know what this place is. I'm thinking that they make weapons for underwater bounty hunters. Is sort of where I'm at. This guy thinks that they're making various oozes and slimes to sort of Ninja Turtles fish into bigger, more edible things.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Oh, wow. I didn't believe it.
I could go back and see.
No. Let the half mystery continue.
All right.
What's this
All
next
right.
one?
We'll jump to Rob Speed's review. Rob writes, "They're working to reduce humans' impact on the environment. Unfortunately, there are always people who think any new technology is evil. 5 stars." Seems like a rebuttal to the first review.
Yeah, the direct counter. Well, you know what? Here's my 5-star reviews. It's the same like you're arguing about politics and you just say like, yeah, well, my vote cancels yours out, idiot.
Yeah. I think Michael Champigny, his review is going to cancel both of them out. And I'm going to read it the way I think he would want it pronounced. Michael just writes, "Salmon, 5 stars."
Yeah, that is truly, I don't want to say godlike logic. That's sort of a too manly of a connotation. Too extreme sports. That was godlike, bro. That's not what I mean. Ethereal. Just
okay, yeah.
An otherworldly voice came in. Salmon.
I felt like he spelled it salmon the regular way, but
no,
people spell it that way and they be saying salmon, so I felt like he wanted it said salmon.
It's 2024. We've been pronouncing words funny for comedy for years, folks. Catch up.
Salmon ketchup.
No, that would be nasty. Okay, so if you were to Ninja Turtle ooze a fish, undersea creature, I guess I should say. I don't want to limit. Possibly a fish. A pufferfish is your choice?
It's high up there on my totem pole of I want this to be a more of a freak of nature than it already is.
Right. A pufferfish with some 90s street ninja armor and 2x4 technology weaponry is pretty cool.
Some torn jeans as well.
Yes, that's really key to your mutant looking like a bad dude. There's some torn jeans. That's Digimon really cornered that, you know. If your little monster is sort of humanoid, it's got to have some torn jeans, some spikes. I guess I would do lobster. I just think lobsters are kind of cool and
strong
scary.
choice, yeah.
They got one big claw, one little claw. I'm kind of into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now you're gonna get my mean claw.
Yep. I feel like, you know, the tail, how it sort of goes down, that could sort of become a cloak or a cape stylistically. A lot of cool options going on there.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what pufferfish would do, but...
I just picture the pufferfish as sort of literally like, you know, a Mr. Universe body with like a pufferfish head.
Yeah,
that sort of.
That's big old puffy face.
Yeah, and then, you know, when his face puff up, his muscles also puff up, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or the sort of like constipated anger concentration face, and then the needles shoot off his face like bullets type move. Yeah. A lot of cool stuff going down in Boston. A lot of cool. Boston's got a whole street shark company. They got a whole company for street sharks. That's pretty cool. I think there was a lobster guy.
Do you have a review?
Sharks. Yeah, I have.
I feel like pufferfish. Maybe I'm thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean, where there's a pufferfish. I don't know.
I'm gonna quickly Google pufferfish street sharks. I know there was a lobster, but I gotta see. Nope, no pufferfish. So we're gonna have to draw the pufferfish. This guy, there's a picture of this guy. I'm gonna send Matt. I'll probably edit this out, but this might just be for us.
Is that from Shark Tale?
Yeah, this is a Shark Tale. He's like a dad or something. His name is Sykes, allegedly. Very uncanny valley picture of this pufferfish. Yeah. I just said, man,
I hate him.
This review's so crazy. I think I should just start with it. We can go from mutant pufferfish to some smut, some Amazon smut.
Let's do it.
This one, I was looking for something else, and, you know, this is just, it was sort of searched on the side, and I thought I unlocked a crazy world of smut when we found shifters. The shifter sector, I found an entire, like, high sci-fi sector. And it led me to Mated to Cyborg General, Cybernetic Hearts #1 of the Celestial Mates series.
Oh.
So sort of StarCraft Lovers in the Stars series, perhaps.
Interesting.
Let me send this absolutely dog shit cover to Matt so he can explain to the audience what kind of Fabio situation we got on the cover here.
Oh my. Cyborg Daddy. We got like this young John Cena-esque dude. This John Cena Dolph Lundgren hybrid in this extra cool skin tight space suity Commander Shepard suit. Everything's just washed in blue light. And there's, I don't know, the Excel bar charts flowing in the background in sexy ways. And there's shiny letters of the font. USA Today bestselling author? What? Okay, that's a unique USA Today bestselling author, Kit Tunstall, writing as Aurelia Sky. Because that sounds more sci-fi fantastical. Also, I don't want my regular readers to know I'm writing this garbage.
I don't know, Kit Tunstall's a pretty cool author name.
Yeah.
Bro. Aurelia Sky is way too much. And it sounds like a Star Wars side character.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the skin tightness of that Mass Effect armor is really what throws me. Because it doesn't look like his body, but it's so skin tight in a way that plastic stuff, couldn't be. It's very, that's, I think, what is weird. But don't take it from me. Take it from another dual identity person, apparently. Amazon user Sarah Womble / Susan Ryan.
Oh.
Titles their review, Can a human from the past find love with a cyborg from the future who hates humans? They write, title of book, Mated to Cyborgs, General / Celestial Mates, Romancing the Galaxy. Author of the book, Aurelia Skye. Date read, March 12th, 2017 to March 14th, 2017. Busted this one out. Mated to the Cyborg Generals, another installment in the Celestial Mates series. Aurelia Skye has done an awesome job with her book. Carrie Morgan is at home with her dog, crocheting, when a cherub named Freyden transports her and her dog Penny 400 years into the future.
Okay.
I thought the dog was Penny 400. That would be such a cool name for a dog. He drops her off in what looks like a deserted planet, and tells her to wait there, and her fated mate will find her. And to her surprise, she is found by a blue-skinned cyborg general who is looking for a weapon to end the war with the humans and the synthetic human that were created by a scientist named Frankel. Only thing is, Freyden didn't give her the whole story, and the most important thing he failed to mention was the war between the cyborgs and the humans. General DVS-84 is meant to be her mate, and after being there a while and getting to know Davis and his cyborgs, she calls him Davis. Oh my. She starts to realize that Freyden may not be crazy after all. She starts to have some hope that she is in the right place and in the right time to get her HEA. What is that?
Hearts
everywhere, always. And then it says no spoilers, 4 stars.
Okay, see, I have to own up. That was my I'm biased. I look at a cover and I see blue. I think it's just a cyborg washed in blue light. That's I'm not colorblind. Obviously, it's a blue-skinned cyborg.
Right.
I apologize, audience.
No, I have to admit my ignorance as well. I thought this man was just washed in blue light, but no, he is blue-skinned himself. He's Twi'lecian, so to speak. No, the cover does a terrible job of showing that he's blue-skinned.
It's the blue background that kind of does that.
Yeah, you think there was Excel sheets being done in the background on a 7,000-foot screen or something is projecting light, but no, this man has blue skin. I don't if I was a cyborg, I don't know if I'd opt for the tint option, you know what I mean, in the character creator. So that's what they do when they make you a cyborg. They just like wheel up Fallout 3 with some mods in it and ask you to make a guy. No way, you can do the skin tint? Oh yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, I'm thinking blue. And I don't want to be Davis anymore. Let me backspace the name and put DVS-84.
See, I thought that was supposed to be some sort of like, he's devious. What's going on here?
Little D.
DVS.
See, I think this guy's far from devious. There is one other review. Let me see if I can find it. Just the one part I thought was kind of funny. Oh, these bastards. Oh, here it is. So, AAK, let me just read this segment of the review. Carrie is a likable person. She seems to be taking things very well, considering she is sent to the future and has no idea of what happened between times. Penny was a very good addition to the story. The general, it feels to me, wants a tight ship at his command, but his second in command and officer seem to get away with quite a bit. So, sort of a straight-laced fellow, this is Davis, but, under his nose is deviousness going on, which means me to believe, maybe you're right. Maybe he's down with the deviousness. He's just putting on airs.
He's distracted now that what's-her-name's here with a dog. It's the thing, I don't really picture dogs factoring in too much in future stories.
Yeah, you think pets, in your mind, become obsolete before we get to space travel.
You know what's real high-tech future? A fuzzy puppy.
My mind goes to the MCU, which real sci-fi nerds may probably just scoff at me, but that's our modern sci-fi, whether we like it or not. Miss Marvel has there's cats, or what's her name? There's a cat thing, but those are alien cats with giant black hole mouths. So that doesn't really count. Because I was going to say Guardians of the Galaxy has Cosmo, but that's a talking Russian psychic space dog. So in the future, your pet has to have powers. You know, Mega Man has Rush. Rush is a damn robot that turns into a flying surfboard. So what's this freaking dog got?
It's awful friendly.
This dog is so friendly. Is its superpower? This dog is so, like, amiable. Just to superhuman levels. You know, a dog is a really good sci-fi dog?
What's that dog?
Jet Force Gemini dog.
Yes.
Jet Force Gemini, for those who don't know, N64. I guess it's sort of like Banjo-Kazooie instead of collecting things and butt-pounding things, you were looking for spaceship parts to get off a planet and shooting things to interact with things instead.
Yes.
And you start off, crash landed on this planet. There's 4 shipmates with unique abilities. You only get, you start as one and you have to find the homies. And the game's pretty hard. And the game's pretty clunky. And my little uncoordinated ass put in work to unlock that doggy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I had to be that doggy. I had to see what the doggy was all about.
Dog's got a little hover feet.
His leg turned into hovers. He's got a gun on his back. What more do you need in a doggy?
Then he turns into a tank dog? What? Come on.
Tank dog. Nothing quite like your dog turning into an actual tank. You go into a store. Excuse me, is that a service dog? What? You just blow that person to hell. I'm not even watching the time. Do you got a review, sir?
Yeah, I got an Amazon review for the Essentia Water Bottled 1 liter 12-pack ionized alkaline water, 99.9% pure, infused with electrolytes, 9.5 pH or higher with a clean, smooth taste. I don't like that or high. Like, do you not know how? Yeah, you're not testing how alkaline this is.
Give or take 2 or 3 points here. Could be 9.5.
This is a review from Judy A. Judy titles her review, Alkaline Water, Good for All, but especially for people who suspect that they may have LPR. I don't know what LPR is. Let me do a quick WebMD.
Low poop rating.
Laryngopharyngeal reflux. So like acid reflux, because alkaline would obviously go against acid reflux. Why don't you just say that, Judy? Come on, we're not all doctors. Judy writes, I ended up drinking about 3 liters of this water a day. Works out very expensive. A friend lives near Costco, and they have their brand much, much, much cheaper than Essentia. To be honest, it was a bit cheaper than Fresh Direct, unless they are having a sale. Alkaline water is taxed. I think that is wrong, meaning not right. It is in fact annoying to pay tax on water. If this is in error, I hope that Amazon fixes it. eBay, on the other hand, taxes lots of items in New York State which are not taxable in New York State. Not by Amazon, nor by CVS, but eBay pilfers our money. Ignorance or greed? Sellers on eBay have told me that the tax is put on by eBay and that they have no decision in the matter. Most recently, eBay taxed U.S. postage stamps, current ones, not collector's items. That is for sure illegal. Interesting question whether eBay gives this illegally collected money to the state of New York or whether they drive up profits for shareholders. I can find no way on eBay's site to contact anyone about this, by the way. I don't think they sell alkaline water. This is a felony in my humble opinion, and I hope that Amazon double checks whether alkaline water, which people drink for health reasons, should be taxed. Each state has own laws. 5 stars.
There's a lot of lecturing I could do.
There's a lot of posturing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I could point out that are wrong and ignorant about that review and what that person should do. But instead, let's talk about how ineffective the Boston Tea Party would have been if it was the Boston Water Party.
You are not making much of a statement if you make the Boston Harbor slightly more alkaline than it previously was.
Yeah, the redcoats will walk up. They'll see a bunch of dudes dressed up as in poorly tasted Native American outfits dumping water into the river. Hey, what's going on here, mates? Oh, pouring all this stupid British water in the river, you stupid British person. Oh, that's crazy. Have a good night, gents. And then, no revolution would have happened.
Fill the water back up when you're done, okay?
Alkaline water? No, that's good stuff. Thank you for your services to the environment. So maybe it really is a predicament here. There's no rebellion that can happen besides writing an Amazon review, because our state lawmakers reference the crap out of those when making tax laws.
Writing an Amazon review that particularly complains about eBay more than anything else.
Yeah, that's wild. That wildness cannot be understated.
But also the wildness, you complaining about being taxed on water that you're buying.
Yeah.
You're going to be taxed on anything you buy.
Right. It's not so much the item that's being taxed, it's the purchase, the transaction that's being taxed, right?
Yeah, it's a service.
Yeah. It's crazy to just say that should be illegal. Like, why isn't that? Like, yeah. I have a lot of issues with the laws we have to protect and help corporations in place, but I ain't writing Amazon reviews about it. Write a letter to your lawmaker. Do some damn research for 10 minutes to figure out what you should and shouldn't be angry about. And then write a well-informed letter to your lawmaker. Get a meeting with them. They ain't doing shit these days. No one's talking to them.
They're playing paddleball and stuff.
Playing Fortnite.
I think the wildest thing Judy said is, I think that is wrong, meaning not right.
Oh, yeah, that is like some AI speak. Like, I gotta fill 2 more words here.
Yeah, we're on the same page here, Judy. We got it.
Man, today I learned the meaning of wrong. It took me a while.
It's not right.
But I'm there. It's putting my whole life in a whole new context, this learning the meaning of wrong. I think I need to take a break and reflect.
Let's pause and reflect. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, neighbors, welcome to the second half of the episode. And my voice almost cracked. Welcome to Celebrity Reviews.
Hey, we love celebrities.
We love celebrities. We love this one in particular. We're going back to Goodreads to the reviews section of one Felicia Day.
Oh, the throwback of throwbacks. Hello, Miss Felicia.
Yeah, somehow I found myself on Goodreads and it's like, Felicia Day reads and writes books and sometimes writes reviews. So let's see what she's been. These aren't necessarily recent, but the ones I haven't featured before. If you don't know who Felicia Day is, I guess you're not a cool nerd like we are.
Yeah, I guess you're not a cool, weird nerd who sees nerdy ladies and goes, wow, that's a person I need to commit to memory.
Yeah, celebrity reviews. You figure out what that is just on the 2 words.
Yeah, that's a much better title than reviewparty.com. You kind of know what's going on. There's no pretentious pre-internet joking. Know what you're getting.
So here is Felicia's review of What If? Serious Scientific Answers to Absurd Hypothetical Questions, which sounds like a title that reviewparty.com would have dreamed up.
Or been like, saw that on Amazon, been like, there's some good reviews for that book, I bet.
Yeah, this one's not bad. Felicia writes, amazing book. I love, love, love it. And frankly, there's no better book to read on the toilet. Off the toilet too, but I learned so much, and the writing is so engaging and entertaining and just marvelous. Of course, in the style of XKCD, this and Atlas Obscura would be my go-to book gifts this year. 5 stars.
There's something to be said about getting the blood flowing on the toilet, you know. I think a lot of constipation is caused by a lack of blood flow. Definitely. You need that oxygen going to the right muscles at the right time. And if, you know, you get them going to the brain, you might say that's not the right place. Your brain's not doing any pushing or pulling in that situation. But, you know, it's getting the body moving, cycling, getting it going.
Yeah.
So you getting some brain juice, getting some poo juice. That's good for everybody.
I forgot that Goodreads has a comment section on reviews. Someone else says, I read this on the toilet too. The size of each answer was perfect for that. Such a community of pooping readers. Here is Felicia's review of her review of Dracula versus Hitler by Patrick Sheen Duncan. Do you want to know what this one I could read like?
I mean, it's in the vein of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer, I imagine.
I think so. I'll just read the review then. Felicia writes, I blurbed this book and wanted to share the blurb I wrote with everyone. Quote, a thrilling action adventure with brilliant literary homages to Bram Stoker's original. You never wanted to root for Dracula more. End quote. This is a fantastic historical novel that a friend wrote, and thank goodness it's getting out to an audience. It's a thrilling romp. Some of the action scenes leave you breathless. There's also a great female character who is easy to root for, and it's written very much in the style of the original. Incredibly well researched, the book is faithful and deep and fun through and through. A perfect Halloween read. 5 stars again.
Oh, that's high praise. I didn't like the lack of poop tips, but glad we get by.
Yeah, maybe this reflects poorly against me. I haven't read Dracula myself, nor have I read Hitler for that matter.
I thought the old Kampf was regular reading for American high schools these days.
The point I was just going to make is because I have read Frankenstein, and people, I think, far too often associate Frankenstein's monster as being an enemy or being an actual monster when he's very sympathetic. And I don't know. I assume Dracula in Stoker's original, Dracula isn't supposed to be a sympathetic character, so it would feel interesting to root for him.
Right. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Dracula's eating ladies. And, for sure. And
so
not in the good way either. We're talking cannibalism, baby.
Talking
spider's web. What's up, 8 legs? Give a little munch. Turn into a bat. Do some evil stuff. Frankie's chilling, right?
Yeah. He's reading. He's learning to speak English or whatever.
Yeah, and the gentle giant thing is definitely stems from him, even if there's been misconstrued. But yeah, there's no gentle bat stereotype, is there? Because he'd be sucking.
Right. There's very little gentle Hitler outside of Mel Brooks' musical adaptations.
Yeah, the any gentleness that Hitler is depicted with is definitely sort of a weakness. A weakness, a self-gentleness.
Played for satiric effect.
Yeah, sort of how a southern lady would call a young man gentle. Oh, he's got that gentle way about him.
Lord. Here's Felicia's review of The Dirty Streets of Heaven. It's the first in a series that I guess is known by the protagonist's name, which I will reserve for when it's revealed in the review. It was written by Tad Williams. Felicia writes, so I own all of Tad Williams' work in hardback, except for the book about the cats, because I refuse to read books with dogs or cats as protagonists, because every time one of them gets killed and I cry. Anyway, having loved more of his fantasy-based stuff, I was hesitant to read this foray into urban fantasy noir, starring angels and demons, but oh my god, it is so good, you guys. I couldn't sleep after I finished reading it, because I was so sad about the characters' stories ending. Bobby Dollar went from being a protagonist I was puzzled about to one I couldn't wait to see kick some butt. There's great mystery here as well, really strong world building, and it sets up nicely for a follow-up without having an annoying cliffhanger. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you're a Jim Butcher fan or a fan of those noir detective novels from the 30s, this is a great blend of the two. What I particularly love about the writing is that every character is memorable. Even bit players come in with amazing personality and strange quirks, so you remember them long after their chapter is over. And I frequently would laugh out loud at some of the lines. There is a wicked sense of humor in this book. Definitely recommend 100%, 5 stars. There were really two things about this review that I
Bobby
enjoyed.
D.
Bobby
D, baby.
Honestly, if I thought of a name like that, the novel would be written in a day.
Yeah, the novel writes, even the protagonist name like that, the novel writes itself. There's a creative idea that sounds, we can all thank the original inception of Bobby Dollars.
Yeah, I'm pulling up in a Random House, Penguin, Scholastic. Gentlemen, ladies, here's my contract.
Yeah, they got the publishing deal just on the name alone.
Well, what's the story? Bobby Dollar.
Yeah, the PowerPoint presentation for that pitch meeting is really both simple and effective.
It's just a picture of Bobby Hill and a dollar sign.
What if we named a guy Bobby Dollar? That's good. Here's $100,000.
Yeah, I think we're done here. All right. I've got a few more, but I think I'll end with this one. This is Felicia's review of The Cold Between by Elizabeth Bonesteel. Something tells me that's not her real name. Felicia writes, I really liked this book. The cover has a dude with a tiny ponytail on it, which I think is just the worst. But inside, this is a really solid mystery sci-fi romance. I really like the main characters and setting and world. Tiny ponytail aside, recommended, 5 stars.
She can't get over the comic book guy vibes.
Yeah, let me see if I can get a full size.
I mean, to me, the tiny ponytail spectrum, where like the spectrum of wearing a fedora is definitely like Justin Timberlake to fat guy with a samurai sword. The tiny ponytail spectrum is definitely like Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah,
episode
it is that
2 era.
That type of tiny ponytail. I've sent you a picture of it.
To a comic book guy. I don't know. That is it is borderline rat tail, I think, is the problem here.
He takes away from the vague Keanu Reeves-ness of that guy's face.
Yeah, sort of a Keanu Reeves and man, who's Machete? What's that guy's name?
Oh, Danny Trejo.
Yeah, a little bit of Danny Trejo sprinkled in there. Yeah, I think rat tail. It is definitely just a sci-fi rat tail. And man, yeah, that.
And there we go. That's why animals have no place in our future sci-fi. A dog or a rat tail. It's distracting.
We can't have animals inspiring fashion in the future. Future fashion and animal-based fashion just clashes. That's why. What's another animal-based accessory? Ponytail. That right there. So you can't even do ponytail, really. So maybe Felicia's right. The lady doesn't look like a real person.
No, she looks a bit cyborg-esque.
It looks a little bit like a bone steel there. Bone steel's crazy.
Thanks, Felicia. We'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you, Felicia. It was nice to see you again.
Oh my god! Before we do that, as if we didn't think Bone Steel was a made-up name. This is what Miss Bone Steel, what her author headshot looks like.
Let me see this. Oh, Elizabeth.
I don't want to be disparaging, but she looks like a substitute teacher more than.
Yeah, you knew this girl in high school. She was nice, but she kept to herself, and she drew a lot of horses, wrote a lot of fan fiction.
Do you have a review?
Yeah, I have a review. From Amazon, I have a review for the Kelamaya Upgrade Broom and Dustpan Set, self-cleaning with dustpan teeth. Indoor and outdoor sweeping, ideal for dog cat pets. Home use, up broom and dustpan gray and orange. I don't need to tell you what that is. Pat writes a review. They title it The Description and Claimed MSRP Are Gimmicks.
Huh.
They write, first impressions, 1, it is not extendable. This claim is a gimmick. It is simply 2 3-piece poles. They claim it is extendable and adjustable to suit your height. I am 5'6", and fully assembled, it is okay, but a little short for me. The only adjustment is to move the middle piece pole to make it 2 feet tall. Not good. I am quite short. I feel I needed this to be taller. 2, it is not sturdy. The pole sections are flimsy, very thin metal, and definitely not something that will withstand a lot of usage. 3, they claimed that the list price is $49.95. On sale for $29.95. I would put the fair price point at $19.95, perhaps even $24.95, but this list price is a gimmick. It doesn't stand well on its own. This was number 4, sorry. But I don't call this negative, since I'd rather have taller poles for ergonomics, so I'd rather supply poles tall enough for a 5'5" man and drop the claim of it standing on its own 5. It's not really designed for a holding bag. It does have clips, but either the bag or dustpan squeegee becomes moot. It doesn't fit the grocery store bags that became outlawed this month in Pennsylvania, and it doesn't come with or have any bag options, so 2 gimmicks. The advertising stretches of the truth. On the plus side, the dustpan and the rake head seem good enough on first impression. There's a rubber squeegee on the dustpan head. I would rather this not be there because, after all, this is for picking up dog droppings in our yard. It serves no purpose, and making it clean by garden hose problematic because of the interface grip between the squeegee rubber and the squeegee metal, as well as the squeegee metal frame and dustpan. And I like that it closes to create a seal, so when it is propped up against the trees and it rains, the droppings won't turn to pudding. All of that said, I still have a 3 stars on first impression because I wanted the advertising on gimmicks on Amazon, and it's the best relative to anything else. 2.5 stars may be more appropriate, but I will revisit it once I've had it a while. They wrote that October 24th, 2023, 3 stars.
Okay, they haven't.
They're still working with it.
Still mulling over.
What is going on with this? It's such a love-hate relationship, I feel.
Yeah, there were highs and lows there. I don't know, man. Like, when people want something that is such a simple product, seemingly such a simple product, and they get it on Amazon, and they're like, just go to your local hardware store.
Find exactly what you want.
Find where you can measure it against your body and be like, oh yeah, this is a sweeper that is going to work. There's a little rake thing. There's a little scoop.
If you're having trouble deciding, you can ask an associate. I'm sure they'd be happy to help you find the perfect broom.
My goodness.
And I'm sure they'd be happy if you ask politely to get one out of the box for you. So you can if you really need to feel that flimsiness, that squeegee metal.
For what you're looking for, there are all sorts of places you could get this. Tractor Supply Outlet, you could go to Office Depot's probably got something that would fit the bill. Dollar General, I hate to say, especially if you're in a more rural area, that stuff's going to be there.
If you want something for picking up poo-poo in the garden, dare I say a garden center or a pet supply store would really hook you up.
A little solid stainless little shovel.
They got those like shovel handle grabber trapper where you just like push down on it and it grabs the poop for you. And you can kind of carry it and then drop it off somewhere else. It's sort of an excavator, handheld excavator. They want very specialized, specific equipment, and it's out there, and they bought this other thing and are complaining about it, right?
I feel like they're also complaining about Pennsylvania outlawing single-use bags or something. Like, don't bring that baggage into this review. That's unique to your situation. That's not Amazon's fault or the seller's fault that you live someplace where your product is suddenly less advantageous.
Sorry, the lawmakers you voted for made a law you don't like.
Well, these sunglasses really aren't useful all the time here in the North Pole, where sometimes there's only 4 hours of sunlight. Really not worth it for me. What a gimmick.
The misuse of the word gimmick is wild. When that was the whole theme of the review was gimmick, and they don't know what gimmick means, it's crazy.
It's a bad gimmick.
They think a gimmick is an advertising lie.
Yeah, marketing.
Right. Or a gimmick is, I don't know, a gimmick's a thing that makes the thing what it is, but it's, doesn't really hold up under scrutiny. Maybe that's what I'd call a gimmick.
Yeah, fair. Like if this were some sort of pooper scooper shovel broom, and it had like those little pop textural, what do they call them? Ooh, wow, this is good for my ADD, ADHD. Little pop buttons on the side of the broom, so you can really focus while you're poop scooping.
That's a pretty good idea.
It's got a little rolly wheel. You can just work your thumb over again and again, so you don't freak out while you're poop scooping. That's a gimmick.
Pretty soon, I'm not going to be able to do daily chores without an Apple Vision Pro on my head, dude.
Right, that too.
I got to have a review of a computer up in one window in front of my face. I got to have someone playing Temple Run on another window floating in front of my face. And then I got to be hitting my sensory toys on my broom, or else I just won't get these chores done. That just makes me think people really need to do hard drugs. We've come full circle. But I was going to say about the plastic bags. People are nuts about plastic bags, dude. I work at a place where people often say, "Oh, I love your plastic bags. The other places are so thin now." Mm-hmm. And I just say, yeah, I'm sure that's great for the environment. Our heavy-duty, thick plastic bags we hand out. One time a lady asked me if she could take a couple bags. I said, yeah, of course. She purchased a lot of stuff. She could take a couple extra. Uh-huh. She grabbed a stack of, I shit you not, 50.
Jesus.
And I said, ma'am, you can't take that many. And she got, the typical customer argument. Oh. And it's like, we pay for those. Those are free as a courtesy. Most people make you pay these days. Mm-hmm. Or, just outlaw them. And that's like, we got garbage bags for sale, over there. Yeah, people be wildin'. Jeez. Yeah, you want to do a quick one before we get out of here?
Yeah. I have a review that was sent to me by an ex-girlfriend that shall remain unnamed at her request, not mine. You want anonymity? You're going to get it. It's an Amazon review for the Geological Guide to Haleakala National Park, written by Richard Robinson. There's one review of this book. Amazon user Richard Robinson titles his review "Very Complete Guide" and writes, gives a mile-by-mile description of the geology to Haleakala's summit. Easy to read while driving, well-priced, 5 stars.
It was bad enough, man. It was bad enough. I think we've talked about recently, if you're leaving a review for your thing, just leave the star rating. The written review is going to look cheesy. And then encouraging endangering yourself in the name of this book.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Well, I've gone to Richard Robinson's Amazon profile. Looks like he's also left a review for Illustrated Guide to the Eastern and Southern Caribbean Islands, written by Richard C. Robinson. As well as, I don't know, just like a handful of other island books. My guy's out here hustling.
Maybe there's big money in island books.
What's he charging for this sucker? I mean, people do want to get to the island. He's charging $10 for a paperback.
Could do worse with that inflation these days, I feel.
Could do worse. I have it on good authority from an unnamed source that he wanted it to be sold in the park's gift shop. And I was like, just based on everything I knew from him leaving a review of his own book, I had a feeling he was a character hanging around. So I wrote this book.
Yeah, the in-person peddling of things. I'm sure there's some shops and places where that's kosher and cool, but like there's avenues to communicate these days that you gotta go through. You gotta go the proper channels, so to speak.
Rent yourself a table at a convention or something, a travel convention. Yep. Put some books out there, put some candy out there. That's the way to do it.
You know what always makes me really sad is when there's like an author or like someone with a graphic novel and they're trying to sell it at a trade show.
Mm-hmm.
And the book isn't the main thing at their table, right? They have like another product to draw people in, and then they're like, hey, check out, you're wearing a Gears of War t-shirt? You must like comic books. You like my book? And I always feel so bad. It's like, I just wanted to look at your buttons, bro. I didn't want to. I'm sure your book's very nice. I just, not looking for another book to read right now.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's reviewparty.com.
That is.
As far as I'm aware, that was an episode of reviewparty.com. As far as I'm aware, we got new episodes every Tuesday. Reviews Day. That's right. Hashtag Tuesday Reviews Day. If you'd like to send in a funny review like Matt's ex-girlfriend or Jacob, send it to reviewparty.com at gmail.com. Include your name so we can throw you credit. Send a hyperlink, a screenshot, whatever you got to do to get that bad boy to us.
If you want to reach out to us on social media, do it. That's how unnamed sources send us reviews sometimes. At reviewparty.com on TikTok and Instagram, at reviewpartypod on Twitter X. And find us at reviewparty.com, where you can read the blog. You can find new listening platforms. If you got an email that your favorite Google Podcasts is dying, for instance, guess what? You can go on our website and find a new place to listen. You don't need to go to necessarily Potsify or Snapple podcast. You can go to some niche, cool indie Acast, all sorts of fun stuff. Do it there. There's a blog. There's a shop. There's blue stuff. Go to our website.
Yeah, those indie podcast places need your business.
They need it.
Apple has such a monopoly on it, and with good reason. It's a good service. Everything's there. Hard to say no to. And then what I feel like Spotify's got all the scraps. What's left? The scraps are already being chomped up by $1 billion contract with Joe Rogan, Spotify. Where's our $1 billion contract? Hey, come on. Our theme song, Bread for Breakfast. Nice song, right? The homies Nosebleeds let us use it because they're the homies. Check them out on Spotify. Nosebleeds, one word. I got a review here to finish us off. I forgot about it already, but it almost made me laugh. Allegedly. This is an Amazon review for the audiobook Truth, A Brief History of Total Bullshit. Narrated and authored by Tom Phillips and published by Harlequin Audio. Moonstruck 216 titles their review, "Oh, the Power of BS." They write, "The most powerful force in the universe is BS. This highly enjoyable book will serve as proof of that. 5 stars.
You creep me out.